Going live. You're live. Okay, I'm going to waste a couple seconds because last night it said I was live and then it chopped off the whole front of the video. So okay, it's been long enough, I think. Okay, this box was supposed to come yesterday, but didn't. No big deal, right? It's not even autumn yet. We still have another week, although the temperatures finally cooled down. So hopefully I'll get to actually try these on a bit and a couple of those other pairs that have gotten neglected. The elephant in the room, since it's now what, 2 weeks away or whatever, Mocktober, right? Usually the big celebration, exactly 2 weeks away. I don't have any new mock toes coming in like the rest of you. I've been watching a ton of those Russell boot videos and wondering if they're worth the money, and don't know, don't intend to find out this year, maybe next year. I got some of those LL Bean ones that I posted last month or what, or somewhere around there. Yeah, a month, maybe 2 months ago. I don't remember. That I didn't end up wearing as much as I thought I would because they're definitely not very comfortable on asphalt. I think I might have mentioned that somewhere, but just to cover all bases, they are definitely more of a good woodsy experience shoe than a jaunt around your neighborhood in the morning shoe. Although they did stain my socks brown pretty well the first day. So without too much ado, they've added a new handle to the next box, but the handle's where I would consider the bottom, so the box is upside down. And that's not going to matter to us because the tape is here, and let me deal with that. And I don't usually do, I don't never do true unboxings, but I do tend to try to vary it. My last NYX unboxing video only got like 10 views, though. I'm still trying to figure that out. That should have been one that almost broke the internet since it was the new Bison stuff, which even other video guys have mentioned that that's all kind of new technology and nobody knows how they're going to perform with the rebuilds and all that kind of thing. So I'm really excited to, get those to try and start wearing those boots soon. That are still in the box, even though I unboxed them because, again, it's been hundreds of degrees and not boot friendly weather at all. Okay, so we've got a sticker. And I'm not allowed to complain about the stickers, or that one guy will get offended, right? The NYX shoe cream. I have yet to test this out on any of the boots because I have yet to extensively wear most of the boots. The brown pair, they're all brown. The first pair of brown loggers that I got, I wore those pretty often when I could, I was trying to go back and forth between those and the Roseanneville collab, which was, of course, the whites, similar to these Packers, which is kind of what made me want these. So I tried to adjust the fit going forward with these, judging off the other boots from the whites and another pair from the JK. I thought, well, I'll get a little bit wider and kind of see how it goes. And I wanted to get a slightly more pointy toe than a typical logger, to be a little bit more of a cowboy, but not smash my feet to death. So, okay, I don't know where the laces are. Might be inside the shaft. There's another sticker here. This is a different sticker than the one I've seen before. A little smaller one. Is there any other hidden goodies in the box, though, before we go to the boots? I am not seeing any more goodies. I am seeing a bit of paper. I'm trying to see if there's anything hidden in the paper. Nope. Okay, so a bit of paper. And a bit of box. ahead. Can I stand that? No, no, sure. My usual. Okay. Okay, so without that ado, inside we have the tongues, which I ordered the less jagged gap version. I think these look a little better overall, but if you want a little more flair, I guess the other version might be more your style. I didn't get the, spoiler alert, I didn't get the toe bug. Although, like I said, if I had gotten a slightly more pointed toe, I would have gone with the toe bug, but this time I intentionally skipped that. Okay, so here we have the standard rawhide laces, which I might use for the initial fitting, and I might not. I think I have a pair of nylon or whatever paracord ones or whatever here somewhere that I go back and forth depending on the boot. I don't remember. I ordered extra tall kilties for the Bison, but I guess not for these. I might do that. I don't know. But so here's the back. You can kind of see the grain. And I know I'm saving the main attraction for last. Look at me go. Well, this won't be a super long video, but we'll try and be comprehensive. I had to go with, you know, some of the kind of basic stock options, as always, like the back pull thing. Some people say you don't really need it. I think it depends on the boot. Overall, I just get them. I don't think they detract from the look too much. And even if you never use it, at least it's there if you want to. A little bit of glue here or something. So there's your NYX logo. If I can zoom in there. Woohoo. And of course, the standard brass speed hooks. I didn't have, since I wasn't going the mega custom route or whatever, I didn't really have a lot of discretion on some of these choices that I would otherwise, you know, maybe not do. Like I would probably prefer eyelets. Everybody says, why, but that's just me. There's your heel counter and backstay or whatever. You've got your more of a cowboy heel. I went with obviously a more of a Western kind of thing than a logger kind of thing. This should be okay for most walking. A bit of grip here. These obviously no good for a dance floor. you know, you really want a leather, not a rubber for that. Like I said, not the most pointed toe and no toe bug, which is kind of like, that's the one thing I really did kind of want was the toe bug. But like I said, I really wanted to try out this width first. And I really wanted to make sure this toe wasn't going to absolutely kill me before I went to something more narrow. So overall, and of course the natural instead of the black or whatever. It's like you got your all leather here. It looks a little something there, lighter faded, but it doesn't feel like really rough or anything. And then we've got, you know, the triple stitching, the standard. The top, I did the same top as the other ones. The gusset's the same as the other ones. The other one, in case you haven't watched my other 3 NYX videos or whatever. But yeah, I didn't bring in either of the logger pairs here to show. But definitely a different toe shape than the White's boot. Like I said, this one still a bit narrow because all these boots are going to run a little bit narrow. We'll see how it does. But I was, like I said, I was having trouble with the wider width of the JK because even though it was wide, the leather was still kind of squishing out to the sides and not really supporting. So I didn't want to go as wide this time just to kind of try and hold my foot in position. So it's kind of like, well, will your foot be more comfortable during the day No, but will it be more comfortable at night when you're going to bed than if it's just allowed to blob out over the whole area of the thing? Maybe, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of throwing darts at the board trying to get the exact fit with some of these things. So we'll see how it goes. I can't try these on in this room because I don't have any carpet. So for those of you who are hoping to see a try on, that's not going to happen. But we will go to boot number 2, the left boot. And obviously it's going to look more or less the same as the right boot. The stitching and the gusset. And I never think to tell them not to stamp, but their stamp is not too big and obtrusive, so it doesn't really affect my day. I can't tell. It's hard to tell if it's crooked or not because I'm kind of working with the camera. So yeah, but basically, yeah, we seem to have more or less symmetry. We seem to have more or less a cowboy-ish boot that's also a work boot, although I'm not really typically right. It does have this kind of arched thing, which of course that's the main thing, the main draw I want to talk about. And of course there's only a half sock liner on the back, which is annoying because that'll start to peel up. And I think I requested if they could do a full, and I think they said she would put it in the notes, and of course fat chance with that. But again, I'm not really riding horses. But it's not a super high heel. They look like they're super high, but then when you actually have them on, it's really not that bad. But if you're working in like a warehouse or something, you're probably not going to want this style of boot. And of course, I'm going to be using them on asphalt just as much as those other little bean ones and things. So whether they'll be really comfortable just to walk in, you get used to it, I guess. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, there's some little cuts and imperfections and whatnot. How much of that happens in the wear room or warehouse, and how much of that happens in the packaging or the shipping or whatever. I was gonna say warehouse, but I don't think these are built in a warehouse. So just a leftover word from my previous sentence thought. So we'll put them together and we get a pair, a two of a kind. Whatever we can learn from holding things up to cameras like the modern people we are. And so yeah, a little bit of glue spot or something there maybe. But definitely not. And then we've got the grain on the inside, of course. Show as much as I can show. There you can see where the sock liner ends. The black stops there. The buck stops where it does. So yeah. Again, what you can see from looking at it. Again, I haven't had any issue with the seam running down the back. The nicks seem to have a little bit less of a pronounced seam than some of the competitors, but it's still there. But like I said, I haven't really noticed it. And of course, I'm not wearing necessarily very thick socks with these. Usually the only I mean, I have regular tube socks, and I think some like army socks are about the only socks that I have that are really tall enough. And the army socks are not any thicker than regular tube socks. Like I said in some video previously, I had ordered the wool ones and they never showed up, so I ended up with the cotton ones. And since I still have like 18 of 20 pairs left, that's what I'm going to be wearing for a while. So one day maybe I'll get some of those $30 a pair of socks, but that won't be this week. So yeah, I guess that's about the size of an unboxing video. Like I said, I got to go try these on. I got to see how they do. I got to, yada, yada, lace them up and all that good news. And so hopefully we'll have a follow-up video sooner than later. Now that we're getting into autumn, I'm going to try and do more boot content again and some of those challenges, back-to-backs and things. that I didn't quite finish this spring. And again, like I said, I don't know what I'll do from October. I'll try and slot in at least 1 or 2 videos that are relevant, but I haven't been buying only mock toe boots, but I still have those Grant Stone ones, and I still have those Thorogood ones, and which are probably too narrow, and we'll see how it goes. But so I'll probably wear the regular ones, not the steel toe ones, etc., etc. I started wearing the Wolverine and the Golden Fox back to back, and I kind of gave up on that to put both of those aside just to keep them for if I needed Real Jobs boots. I would have Real Jobs boots instead of just using them as walking shoes, because it's neither comfortable nor that intelligent to just destroy all your boots before you wear them for what you might need them for. But I have those other work boots and hiking boots and things, so it was kind of like I could wear them for a while and not care. But I definitely didn't want to like completely destroy, like I said, the Golden Fox boots prematurely, even more than the Wolverine boots, since I had 2 or 3 pairs of the Wolverine boots already. So the other Wolverine boots in the other color, I'm going to just start wearing those casually, I think, and we'll see how long they last. And I won't worry about using them as work boots. But the other ones that I bought, remember, for the cold weather, those had this super narrow pinch toe. I don't know if I'll ever wear those except for an emergency. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, all right, I'll leave it there now. And since this is supposed to be a Knicks video, and I did most of the Knicks already.